Good evening. My name is Glenford Robinson, and welcome to my ministry. I've always wanted to start a ministry, but I just didn't know how to start. Sometimes in life you think about things, and you put it off, and people tell you, oh, by the way, you would be a good spokesman for God, and you say, oh, nah. But sometimes people see in you that you don't see certain talents and certain skills in you that you don't even realize that you have. I know that I'm a leader. That I know for a fact. So, knowing that I'm a leader and getting into the gospel thing, I know I cannot be a follower. I cannot be just a member that just shows up and go to church and this and that. I have to be in total control. So if I'm going to preach the gospel or talk about God or follow God, I'm going to be at the forefront. I'm going to be the leader. Yeah, so that's why I'm doing this. I started my own ministry, and people may say, oh, you're nuts. But in my mind, I don't think I'm nuts. See, a lot of times we don't even know what plan God has for us for the future. But He knows. He knows. So because if someone had told me years ago that I would be doing this, I would laugh in their face. Seriously. Yeah? Yeah, because as Ranger, I'm Glenford Robinson, aka Ranger. Made those crazy dance dancehall songs and stuff like that, talk about girls, this and that. But I really didn't understand certain things. And I really didn't understand about creation. I didn't understand about the universal law, which is God. People call it God, different religions and stuff like that. So here I am, talking about God. So the first thing, the fact that I'm just getting started, I'm gonna hit a few verses in Genesis. And the first one that I'm gonna talk about is pretty much the first book in the Bible, and that's Genesis chapter 1, verse 1. It says, in the beginning God created the heavens and the earth. So this is my beginning. I'm creating my ministry. Alright? And when you create something, it's not perfect the first day you start creating it. It usually is a work in progress or a prototype or in beta stage. In computer technology, software technology, it's in beta phase. So basically I'm starting out my ministry and it's in beta phase right now. And as I go along, I'll perfect it and I'll improve it with the help of people who want to help me out and people who want to hear what I'm saying. Alright, the second verse in Genesis chapter 1 is number 2. The second verse, the earth was without form and void. Alright, the earth without form and void. What does that mean? Well, I think it means that the world it wasn't like this. It wasn't the way we know it right now. But after time, work and trial and error, it's the way it is right now. So with just me or you, if you start a new endeavor, when you start it, it's going to be rough and rocky and rough around the edges. But as soon as you continue to work at it, it becomes better and more smoother and more polished. All right. Okay. It says, the earth was without form and void, and darkness was on the face of the deep. And and the Spirit of God was hovering over the face of the waters. You know, so when I say God, I want my listeners or my viewers to understand my perception and my concept of God and how I understand God. How I understand God is that God is the universal power that governs all things. It is not a man, it is not a woman, it's not a kid, it's not a child, it's not an animal, it's everything. It's that power, that unifying power that that controls, that governs everything. Why does it rain today? Why is it gonna rain next year? Why is it gonna snow 2 days from now? I mean, those things are controlled by God, and we won't ever understand the true power of God. You know, we may understand certain things, but we never will ever understand God per se. All right, then chapter Genesis. I'm at Genesis chapter 3 now. No, Genesis chapter 1 verse 3. See, rough around the edges. All right. Then God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. Okay, now that's showing us a little bit about the power of God right there. When He talks, things happen. And also you could use the same power of God, the same example that God is using here, and create your own reality. You know, by him saying, then God said, by him saying, "Let there be light," and there was light. He said, "Light appear." And mysteriously, magically, lights appear. You know, this book right here is showing you an example, giving you an example of how you could use the power of God, and how you could use the universal power to create your reality. It's either good or bad. You could either create your own good reality, or you could create your own bad reality, because it depends on you, the vessel. You are the one who's housing the power of God for it to work in your environment, you know, so you could understand it. So a lot of times people think that they think that because, you know, they're having certain situations, they're in negative, they always, you know, bad things are always happening to them. They always find themselves in negative situations. You know why? Because they always think about negative situations. They never ever think about the good things. They never look at the cup half full. They always look at the cup as half empty. Just look at the good side. Give it the benefit of the doubt. Give a situation the benefit of the doubt. You know, think positive. Say, "Oh yeah, okay, this happened because a good thing is gonna happen, or it happened because of something else that's gonna happen. That's real good." But you know, so that's why a lot of those people, they always find themselves in really negative situations. So that's what that's saying. You have the power of creating your reality. All right, let me touch on Genesis chapter 1 verse 4. And God saw the light, that it was good, and God divided the light from the darkness. All right, so it's all about perception. In certain situations, the light is good. Certain situation, the darkness is bad. But in certain situation, the darkness is good. And certain situation, the light is bad. So it depends on your circumstance. And because, you know, certain people have, you know, a darker complexion or a lighter complexion or this and that. That has nothing to do with it. It's depends on you. Depends on how you're perceiving it. Are you perceiving it in a nice way, in a loving way? You know, so I'm gonna stop there. I don't want to go too long. And then I'll just continue where I left off. You know, and any comments you have, just don't be afraid to post it right there below the video, and just post your opinion, because I'm in this, I'm learning, I'm going to be learning from you, you're going to be learning from me, and then all of us is going to be learning from each other, and we are all in this game together. Alright, and just think positive, stay positive, and look at your neighbors. I love you. You know, I try to help people. Any opportunity you get to help somebody, just do it. Don't even think twice, and don't even try to look for any reward, because whatever you push out will come back to you. You push out good thoughts and good things and good activities come back around to you. You know, so again, thanks for tuning into my ministry, Glenford Robinson's ministry, and thanks. And I am signing off right now. And again, rough around the edges. But just like God, He created heaven and earth. He didn't have anything, and He started building on it. So that's why I'm same example, same situation. I'm gonna be building on the Glenford Robinson's ministry. All right. Enjoy those nice, amazing videos that I'm uploading. All right, and there's more to come. All right, again, bye bye. My name is Glenford Robinson, and I am signing off. Bye bye.